In the rush of the digital world, some exhaust beats still insist on reminding us where industrial energy began. Listen closely to this deep, dull, hard-edged firing note. This is not the sound of modernity. It is an echo rolling back from more than a century ago. We are standing in front of an Austral oil engine power block, one of Australia's greatest mechanical icons. A machine you do not wake up with a button. You wake it with torch flame, combustion pressure, and a mechanic's hands that understand every millimeter of cast iron and steel. Welcome back to the engine history. Today, we slow down and watch a metallurgy legend come back to life. The Austral power block is a living proof of the hard labor mechanical era. Cast on the line in Ballarat, Victoria by Ronaldson Brothers Tippett, these engines once served as the prime power core for crushing plants and agricultural estates. The design lays everything bare. One massive horizontal cylinder is clamped between a pair of flywheels that weigh tons. It was cast to run continuously for decades without fatigue. That ruthless simplicity in high-temperature compression combustion is the key to its stubborn longevity. If you value original mechanical heritage and want to help the team preserve more engine history footage, take 1 second to subscribe to the Engine History. Your subscription and support are the pressure line that keeps the team fueled to hunt, crane, and haul these heritage blocks back to the shop and onto the load test bench. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next mechanical beasts. To light off an Austral power block, the operator must follow a precise heat-setting cycle. Watch closely as a gasoline torch is aimed directly at the exposed combustion dome. The burnt gas smell mixes with old oil stains baked into the casing and turns the air thick with pure workshop atmosphere. Thick black oil is fed drop by drop into the glass oilers. It runs steadily into the exposed bearing clearances. That heavy oil film seals and protects the connecting rod assembly and the governor gear train. This is not just a technical fluid. It is the bloodline that keeps the cast iron body alive. Heat radiates off the red-hot head and slaps your face. It carries the sharp stink of mechanical friction and cast steel expanding under temperature. When the chamber wall temperature hits the ignition point, the most dramatic moment begins. The mechanic must use raw muscle to drag the solid cast flywheel through the exact top dead center of the compression stroke. Every hand-turned revolution is a direct contest with huge compression pressure packed into the cylinder. You hear the pressure hiss past the valve. Then it happens. A violent crack of combustion tears through the air. Expansion pressure surges. A thick black plume of soot is punched straight out of the exhaust. The engine bites into rhythm and shakes the shop floor hard. Each hard-edged exhaust beat slams the crankshaft and throws brutal torque into the foundation. You can taste the oxygen-starved oil smoke. You can feel each combustion cycle transmitting its force into the room. The most hypnotic part of the Austral power block is that its drivetrain is exposed 100%. The forged steel rod and linkages drive back and forth without losing a fraction of tolerance. They force the twin flywheels to spin and throw savage rotational inertia. Beside them, the mechanical flyweight governor keeps cutting and feeding throttle travel to lock RPM under load. Lubricating oil flings off the camshaft and splashes onto the rusted casing. It leaves a slick, glossy film that exposes real friction wear after thousands of hours of hard service. This configuration ignores decorative shrouds and hides nothing. Austral wears its time scars with pride. It puts thermal expansion and twisting load stress on display right in front of you. So why do working mechanics and engine history people still get pulled toward these crude, heavy cast iron blocks? Because they can see the craft. Because they can see machining skill and heat-treated casting quality hammered into metal by 19th century hands. The Austral power block throws electronic sensors and control boards in the trash, but it offers absolute loyalty. Its toughness is locked into thick cast walls, forged rod steel grades, and bearing clearances set by real hands. While modern machines can be fragile and fault out the moment something is off, this one-piece cast monument stands like proof of permanent workmanship. It will run forever as long as you give it flame, enough oil film, and true mechanical understanding. When the fuel supply is shut off, the exhaust flame spreads out and dies. But the solid cast flywheels keep coasting for minutes on stored inertia. Silence returns. Yet heat radiation and the burnt smell of half-cooked lubricating oil still hang in the air like a stain from the past. Thank you for watching the Austral oil engine come back to life with the engine history. What impressed you most? Those massive flywheels are throwing inertia, or the heavy compression and fire sound of the engine itself? Share your impressions and technical notes in the comments. See you next time on another journey into steel heritage.